hey, Elizabeth, update from last week. Was raising the bids aggressively. Impression came in. Now ACOS is a little high. Yeah. So last week, Rigor was like, hey, I was having issues getting impressions. And I'm like, as much as it kind of sucks, typically the answer is just keep raising bids till you start getting impressions, even though that can mean that things get a little bit high. So great. Sounds like you were able to get the impressions, but now the ACOS is getting a little bit high. So how do you, I mean, that's always the struggle. How do you all approach these kind of issues?
It's always expected to increase your ACOS when you aggressively increase your bids because your average CPC would also increase. That's why, keep an eye on those targets where you made some massive adjustments just to make sure they are actually serving your objectives, whether it's for ranking, for velocity, and so on and so forth. But just a word of caution, be careful when doing massive updates to all targets with 0 impressions or X amount of impressions or clicks using the targeting tab, wherein you check, all the targets that would come up and then you made some adjustments there, because all of them could, those that you are adjusting, they could each spend with a few clicks with no sales, and you will wonder why your ACOS went up in an account or portfolio level and still can't make a decision for those targets because they haven't had enough data yet. Maybe it's just after 1 day or after 2 days. That kind of adjustment would require you to wait a little longer to make a decision, since a lot of them could be just low search volume targets, but they bloat your average performance because they are starting to spend already. And I can't even imagine if those are hundreds or thousands of targets where you make some adjustments. But if you know what you're doing, then go ahead. My suggestion is that if you want to push for traffic, do it in a certain group of keywords where there's a high impact or high search volume. That would be easier to backtrack if something actually goes wrong. But just like what I previously said, it's always expected to have a little higher ACOS since your average CPC would increase because you are now bidding aggressively. But just make sure you monitor and optimize them that they would perform in accordance with your objectives. Maybe it's for ranking, for BSR push to get the bestseller badge, for profitability, etc. For instance, if you have increased them for ranking, then I would say be patient and don't just focus on ACOS, but focus on conversion rate and track your organic rankings. Since ACOS is expected to go up in the short term because of, like I've said, the CPC would go up, and you will see that one average. But it should level down as you cut back when you see the ranking stabilize.